height of confidence. Have you ever stood in front of your closet, staring at your clothes, and thought, why do these petite styling rules make me feel smaller instead of taller? You're not alone. For decades, women under 5 were told to dress a certain way. Short hems, small prints, heels only, no long coats, no wide-leg pants. The list went on and on. And while some of these rules once made sense, most of them quietly took away the very thing they promised to give: confidence. Because here's the truth: being petite isn't a limitation. It's a beautiful proportion that deserves its own rhythm, its own freedom, and its own kind of elegance. After 50, the goal isn't to look like someone else, it's to look like yourself. Only more elevated, more confident, more at ease in your skin. And to do that, it's time to break the rules. The old-fashioned ones that make you hide, restrict, or overcorrect your natural frame. In this video, we're uncovering 9 outdated outfit rules petite women over 50 should finally break, and the empowering new ways to dress that create height, movement, and confidence without trying too hard. Because real style doesn't come from following every rule. It comes from knowing which ones to walk away from. And when you do, you'll see it in the mirror. Not just a taller, leaner figure, but a woman standing a little prouder, glowing a little brighter, and finally, dressing for herself. Rule Trup 1. Only wear heels to look taller. For years, petite women have been told that heels are their secret weapon, the one thing that makes them look taller, leaner, and more confident. But let's be honest. After 50, the idea of spending hours in narrow pumps or stiff wedges doesn't feel empowering. It feels exhausting. And here's the truth: most stylists don't say out loud, you don't need heels to look taller. You just need proportion, flow, and intention. Let's look at why. High heels lift you physically, yes, but they also change your posture in ways that can create tension in your back and legs. Over time, that stiffness actually makes you move smaller, not taller. Confidence isn't just about inches, it's about ease. Now imagine slipping on a sleek pair of pointed toe flats or elegant loafers in a nude or tonal color. They elongate your footline, keep your stride graceful, and create a seamless vertical flow from pant to toe. You gain that illusion of height. But this time, it's effortless. And when you walk comfortably, your shoulders relax, your movement softens, and your confidence rises. That's real height, not measured in inches, but in energy. So if anyone ever says, petite women must wear heels, smile gently and remember, you don't need height to have presence. You don't need discomfort to have elegance. You just need shoes that let you walk proudly, comfortably, and beautifully yourself, because when a woman walks with ease, the world notices her, not her shoes. Rule Chapter 2. Always wear monochrome. If you've ever been told, stick to one color from head to toe, it'll make you look taller, you're not alone. For years, stylists swore by monochrome dressing for petite women. Beige on beige, black on black, navy on navy. And yes, it can work. A single color creates one long vertical line. But here's the hidden truth: too much sameness can make you disappear. When every part of your outfit blends together, your natural shape, glow, and personality get lost in the uniform. And for women over 50, especially petite women, that can make you look not just shorter, but older too. Style is about movement and life. Your clothes should reflect your energy, not mute it. Instead of sticking to one flat shade, try wipes, tonal layering. soft variations of the same color family. For example, ivory with sand, slate blue with soft gray, taupe with cream or blush. This adds depth, sophistication, and dimension, while still keeping that elegant, elongated line that flatter petites. It's the difference between looking neat and looking alive. And here's the emotional part. After 50, your style should tell your story, not hide it. Monochrome can feel safe, but sometimes safety dulls your shine. When you start playing with gentle contrast and soft gradients, your clothes begin to move with you. Your skin looks warmer, your posture lightens, and suddenly, you look not just taller, but more vibrant. So, don't be afraid to let your colors breathe a little, because elegance isn't found in perfection, it's found in the soft balance between harmony and expression. Rule number 3. Avoid long coats. The long coat, one of fashion's most misunderstood pieces for petite women. For decades, the rulebook said, if you're short, never wear a long coat. It'll swallow you. But here's the beautiful truth. A well-cut long coat doesn't shorten you, it elongates you. Think of it like this. When your outer layer extends in one smooth, vertical line from shoulder to calf, it creates continuity. That uninterrupted flow makes your frame appear taller and more elegant, no matter your height. The problem was never the length. The problem was the fit. A boxy, shapeless coat hides your form, but a long coat with a bit of structure, a defined shoulder, a gentle belt, a clean front, creates shape and sophistication. It frames your silhouette instead of fighting it. Picture this. A petite woman in a knee-length puffer looks bundled and compact. Now imagine her in a calf-length wool coat, lightly belted at the waist, with soft movement as she walks. Suddenly, she looks taller, more graceful, like she's gliding, not stepping. And there's something emotionally powerful about that movement. After 50, we deserve clothing that flows with us, not boxes us in. A long coat, when chosen well, becomes a quiet symbol of confidence. It says, I take up space beautifully. So if you've avoided long coats out of fear they'll overwhelm you, it's time to try again. This time, with intention. Choose clean lines. Choose structure. Choose length that makes you feel elevated. Because true elegance doesn't shrink to fit rules, it stretches to fit you. Rule number 4. Stay away from wide-leg pants. If there's one rule that's held petite women hostage for decades, it's this one. Avoid wide-leg pants. They'll make you look shorter. But let's break that myth once and for all, because the truth is that en right male wide-leg pant can do the exact opposite. Here's why. When cut and styled properly, wide-leg trousers create a long, vertical drape that actually lengthens your legs. The key is proportion, not avoidance. Imagine high-waisted, softly tailored trousers in a fluid fabric that falls straight from the hips to the floor. They don't cling, they flow. Now add a tucked or fitted top to balance the volume. The eye instantly moves upward and downward in one elegant sweep, a perfect illusion of height. Compare that to tight cropped pants or leggings that end mid-calf. Those break the line, creating a visual stop that makes you appear shorter and wider. Wide-leg pants also carry a quiet sophistication. They move with grace, not stiffness. They say confidence without saying a word. And for women over 50, that kind of presence feels powerful and earned. There's something emotionally freeing about them too. They give you space to breathe, to move, to feel beautiful without discomfort. They're not about hiding the body. They're about celebrating it with flow and balance. So next time you see those wide-leg trousers hanging on a rack, don't walk past them. Walk toward them. Try them with a heel, a sleek loafer, or even a clean sneaker. And when you see how effortlessly tall you look, you'll realize the old rule wasn't protecting you, it was limiting you. Break it, because real elegance begins when you stop dressing to look smaller and start dressing to feel taller. Rule 5. Keep tops short. For years, petite women were told, never wear long tops, they'll make your legs look shorter. And while that advice once made sense, it's now one of the most limiting and outdated rules in fashion. Here's the truth. You can absolutely wear longer tops and still look tall, lean, and elegant. The secret is all in the balance. Short tops can sometimes cut your silhouette in the wrong place, especially if they end right at your midsection, where many women naturally soften after 50. That high, abrupt line draws attention to the stomach area and breaks the smooth flow of your figure. But a slightly longer top, one that skims the hips or covers the top of the thighs, can actually lengthen your frame. It creates a continuous vertical line, especially when paired with slim pants or straight-leg trousers underneath. The key is col shape, not length. A long, boxy tunic might overwhelm your frame, but a softly draped blouse or structured knit with subtle tapering at the sides keeps you in proportion. Add a delicate necklace or a long scarf to draw the eye downward, and suddenly, you've created height through movement. And here's something deeper. After 50, many women start to hide behind short, tight tops, believing definition equals confidence. But elegance doesn't always mean exposing. Sometimes it means softly framing. Your body isn't something to correct, it's something to honor. So if a slightly longer top makes you feel more at ease, graceful, and balanced, wear it. Not because it breaks a rule, but because it suits you now. Because style at this stage isn't about fitting into fashion, it's about letting fashion fit you. Rule 6. Avoid maxi dresses. If you're a petite woman, you've probably heard this one 100 times. Maxi dresses are for tall women. They'll drown your frame. But here's the secret. That old rule couldn't be more wrong. When chosen thoughtfully, a maxi dress can be one of the most flattering and lengthening pieces you'll ever wear. It's all about the lines, vertical flow, waist placement, and fabric movement. Picture this: a soft, column-shaped maxi dress in a lightweight fabric that skims the body, not clings to it. It moves as you walk, drawing the eye up and down in one graceful motion. That's what creates the illusion of height. Not the hemline itself, but the flow. The real trick? Choose maxis with a defined waistline, even if it's just a seam or a belt, and avoid stiff fabrics or heavy tiers that add volume. Look for clean silhouettes, subtle prints, or vertical details like buttons, pleats, or seams. These quiet design choices stretch your shape instead of overwhelming it. And emotionally, there's something powerful about maxi dresses for women over 50. They bring back a sense of femininity and ease. That feeling of walking through a warm breeze, not worrying about rules or insecurities. You're covered, comfortable, and effortlessly elegant. It's a reminder that elegance doesn't belong to youth or height. It belongs to movement. And when your dress moves with you, it gives your body freedom, not boundaries. So if you've been skipping those beautiful long dresses out of fear, they'll swallow you. Try one again, in a color that lifts your spirit and a fabric that breathes. You might just find that a maxi dress doesn't make you look shorter at all. It makes you look magnificent. Rule 7. Only small prints are flattering. This is one of those rules that sounds logical until you see it in action. For decades, petite women have been told, stick to tiny prints. They won't overpower you. But here's the secret truth. Small prints can sometimes do the opposite. Tiny patterns, especially dense florals or microdots, can actually flatten your shape. They create visual clutter that makes the body look busier, not taller. And for women over 50, they can unintentionally age your look, turning elegant into overly delicate. The modern approach: go for medium-sized prints or soft, blended patterns that move with your eye instead of freezing it. Think tone-on-tone florals, subtle geometrics, or gentle watercolor effects. Prints that breathe, not shout. The goal isn't to avoid being seen, it's to guide attention gracefully. A softly scaled pattern can elongate your body, especially when placed vertically or diagonally. It keeps your proportions in harmony, not hidden behind busyness. And here's the emotional shift. After 50, your prints should reflect your energy, not your fear of standing out. You've spent years following rules designed to make you look smaller, quieter, appropriate. But what if elegance isn't about shrinking? What if it's about standing beautifully, confidently visible, in patterns that tell your story? So next time you're shopping, skip the tiny ditzy print that disappears into the background. Try something with space, softness, and flow. When your print has movement, you have presence. Because being petite doesn't mean blending in. It means mastering proportion with power. Rule number 8. Tuck everything in. If you've ever read a petite style guide, you've probably seen this one bolded and underlined. Always tuck in your tops. It defines your waist and makes your legs look longer. But here's the reality. Not every tuck is your friend. In fact, for many women over 50, this rule can do more harm than good. Tucking in every blouse or shirt can create unnecessary bulk around the midsection, the very area most of us want to keep smooth. And when the fabric bunches or the waistband cuts too high, it can visually shorten your torso, not lengthen it. Elegance isn't about forcing structure. It's about balancing it. Sometimes, the soft flow of an untucked blouse, a French tuck, just in the front, or a cropped jacket can create a more natural, lengthened silhouette. Here's a visual. A fully tucked top with high-rise pants might emphasize the waistline, yes, but it can also make your upper body look compact. Now picture a loose silk blouse, half-tucked in the front, paired with gently draped trousers and a long pendant necklace. Suddenly, you have effortless proportion, movement, vertical flow, and subtle polish. And the emotional truth behind this? After 50, our goal isn't to squeeze into perfect shapes. It's to move with comfort and confidence. When you stop forcing rules and start listening to what feels right on your body, your entire energy shifts. So the next time you reach for your top, ask yourself, does this look better tucked, untucked, or somewhere in between? Let your mirror and your comfort guide you, not outdated fashion advice. Because real confidence doesn't come from tucking in your blouse. It comes from knowing you don't have to. Rule number 9. Always follow petite-specific cuts. This might be the most freeing rule to break of them all. For years, petite women were told to only shop in the petite section, as if the rest of fashion wasn't made for them. But here's the truth. Being petite isn't a size limitation. It's a proportion story. Yes, Petite specific cuts can be helpful. The sleeves are shorter, the inseams are trimmed, the waists are slightly higher. But not all brands, or all bodies, define petite the same way. Sometimes a so-called petite jacket can feel tight through the shoulders, or a petite dress can sit awkwardly short. And suddenly, instead of flattering your frame, it's fighting it. That's why the most elegant women over 50, the ones who always look effortlessly put together, don't chase tags. They chase fit. They mix regular and petite sizes. They tailor. They experiment. Because tailoring, not labels, is the real magic tool of proportion. Imagine this: a regular size blazer shortened by just an inch, sleeves slightly hemmed, waist subtly nipped in. It fits you, not a chart. And when clothes truly fit, you stand differently. You breathe easier. You feel like yourself again. And here's the emotional heart of it. After 50, you've earned the right to write your own rules, in style and in life. You no longer have to fit into someone else's definition of petite, youthful, or flattering. You just have to wear what honors the woman you've become. So next time you're shopping, step out of the petite-only mindset. Try things. Tailor what you love, because elegance doesn't come from obeying labels. It comes from owning your reflection. You're not dressing a category, you're dressing a story. And that story is entirely yours. Conclusion: from following rules to writing your own. If there's one thing fashion has taught us, it's that rules are easy, but real style takes courage. For petite women over 50, that courage means letting go of old advice that was never really made for you, and learning to see yourself not as someone to fix, but as someone to celebrate. Because you don't need to look taller, thinner, or younger to be beautiful. You already are. All you need are clothes that speak the same language as your confidence, pieces that move with your life, honor your proportions, and make you feel quietly radiant the moment you catch your reflection. Every rule you've broken in this video isn't about rebellion, it's about reclaiming freedom. The freedom to wear flats without apology, to layer colors that make your spirit glow, to wear that long coat that sweeps elegantly behind you as you walk, to choose movement, comfort, and authenticity, and still look absolutely stunning. Because elegance after 50 isn't about shrinking yourself to fit expectations. It's about standing taller in your truth, your softness, your grace, your experience. And here's the secret that only time teaches us. When you feel good in your clothes, you stop dressing for height and start dressing for harmony. And that's when true style begins. Call to action, CTA. If this video made you rethink even one old petite rule, I'd love for you to subscribe. Because this space is all about dressing with freedom, elegance, and joy after 50. Tell me in the comments, which rule are you ready to break first? And share this with a friend who deserves to feel taller, freer, and more confident in her own skin. Because your style isn't about size, it's about presence. And when you own that, you'll never need another rule again.